Chapter 19. ELLO, GUVNAH. Scrooge dances in his revelry, dear reader. He has his whole life back. And as he's busy celebrating, he hears something outside his window. Oh, it's a little boy, and he wants to buy a turkey from Scrooge. Well, I don't have a turkey, says Scrooge, trying to remember his 12-step anger management. But the boy keeps shouting about it, and God help him, Scrooge isn't perfect. Despite the lessons, Scrooge has a little backslide, and he shoots the boy. He shoots him right in the face, dear reader. And as Master S lowers his smoking blunderbuss, and the wind whips his hair round his face, he whispers into the cold morning light, "You never forget your first." It did get Scrooge thinking, though. Yeah, a turkey. Not a bad way to patch things up with Bob. Nothing mends a fence like a Christmas turkey. He rushes over to his desk to place an order on Grubhub or DoorDash or whatever food delivery service was in use at the time, and to have it sent to Bob's straight away, giggling uncontrollably all the while. We go now live to the Cratchits, where Ma and Bob's innumerous spawn are pawing inquisitively at the dubious package like a colony of ravenous mole rats. "I wonder who could have sent it," shouts Ma into the unfeeling void. Tim says, "I know, but I'm not telling any of you." One wonders if the child is to die, when they might expect it. Scrooge's next big idea on his short-sighted "Suddenly I'm a Cool Guy" tour is to gatecrash his nephew's, who, remember, doesn't like him a bunch, his nephew's Christmas party, even though that probably had a guest list and a limited amount of food. But Scrooge, as ever, displays all the situational awareness and charm of a smushed banana. He is greeted by Audrey Hepburn's weird cousin, who takes his coat and waits for Scrooge to recognize who she is. But Scrooge, he couldn't give two shits if he tried. He's here for two reasons, and two reasons only: pork dumplings and trying to paper over 35 years of abuse with, "Hey, Merry Christmas." Scrooge enters the parlor with bravado and a big grin on his face, only to get confirmation that he is that guy who can stop a party just by showing up. But oh dear reader, his nephew, Fred Savage, ever the pushover, greets Scrooge like a man who did not call him a butt plug within the last 24 hours. "Look, dear, it's my favorite Uncle Scrooge." However, dear reader, Fred's wife, who is generally a much sharper human being, isn't taken in by the whole suave David Niven kind of act, and hisses through a gritted smile that she and her spineless sack of a husband will have to have words later on. At the drop of a hat, the party guests switch to Plan B and scrap the whole Eyes Wide Shut theme they had planned for the evening and turn up the music instead. Clara bites the bullet and drags Scrooge out onto the dance floor, where the blue-balled guests applaud an old man stumbling around while they try to hide their boners and stuff condom wrappers in the candy dish. Scrooge and the other guests continue to butcher a two-step, by far the easiest of dances, in a way that wouldn't be acceptable even at a third-rate Arthur Murray.